Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And this is absolutely a great post coming from Ash Crypto. Rest in peace, technical analysis. You see before and now. This market, everybody's trying to call it. Everybody's saying tomorrow's going to be a big breakout. The weekend's going to be huge for crypto. But you know, if you see what's going on so far, every time the market looks great, right away the president says one sentence and then all of a sudden Bitcoin comes crashing down. That's why I don't look at Bitcoin as a great store of value. And when it comes down, it takes the rest of the market with it. There's nobody out there that can call this market 100% right now. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse slams Wall Street banks for fighting crypto access to Fed master accounts. Take a listen to this.
One of the things I would ask everyone to do, both reporters and otherwise, is to hold traditional finance accountable for, yes, I agree, the crypto industry should be held to the same standard around AML, KYC, OFAC compliance. Yes, yes, yes. And we should have the same access to infrastructure like a Fed master account. You can't say one and then combat the other. Like that's disingenuous, and it's hypocritical, and I think we all should call them out for being anti-competitive in that regard. So that's kind of one thought of just there should be a level playing field.
Once again, Brad calls for a level playing field, and I agree. I think if traditional finance, they want to have crypto fall under their banking rules and all these regulations, then crypto should also have access to a Fed master account as well. The good thing is it looks like Ripple is about to get that sooner than later. I'm hoping they get it by the end of 2025. This comes from the National Cryptocurrency Association. October is also Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Awareness, education, clear resources, and confidence. Refresh your online security habits with the helpful guides on our website. So they're saying lock down entry points. Start with the accounts you visit every day. Turn on two-factor authentication for every exchange, wallet, and recovery email. Verify URLs. I tell people to do that all the time. And ignore those shady emails that you get from these scammers as well. Keep hot and cold money in the right places. A hot wallet is an app or browser extension that stays online and works like a checking account. It's perfect for managing smaller expenses like daily spending, small trades, or splitting dinner. Larger balances belong in cold storage, where private keys remain offline until you plug in a hardware wallet. During setup, you receive a seed phrase, which is a 12 or 24 word recovery phrase that acts as a master key, giving you access to your wallet even if you lose the hardware device or forget your password. Handwrite your seed phrase somewhere safe and store it in two separate secure spots. Think of fire safe at home and a bank deposit box, and never take a photo of it with your phone. I said that multiple times. If you have a decent wallet, Ledger, or any other type of wallet, make sure you get a fire safe at home if you plan on keeping your wallet safe. Because if you have a fire, you definitely don't want to lose your crypto. Test before you trust large transfers. Blockchains are unforgiving of typos. A single wrong character in a wallet address can send funds into limbo forever. Wherever you pay for a brand new address, send a tiny test amount first. Wait for confirmation. Verify the recipient sees it. Then move the full balance. 1 extra minute prevents an irreversible mistake. Keep software and firmware current. Phone makers fix bugs to keep your info safe. Wallet apps get stronger to stop hackers. And hardware wallets get updates so new tricks can't fool them. So let your laptops and phones install updates automatically overnight. Also, plug your hardware wallet into its dashboard every few weeks to check for firmware notices. And delete browser extensions you no longer use as abandoned plugins, sometimes get repurposed by attackers looking for a shortcut onto your machine. Guard your keys and phrases. You know, there's people out there that literally lose their phrases all the time. And if they don't do that, they always end up losing the wallet. We've seen that multiple times over the years. All you got to do is keep it in a safe place. This way you always know where your wallet is. And your seed phrase as well. Keep it in a place where you know it is at all times. Stay skeptical of too good to be true. What do I always tell you? If something sounds too good to be true, guess what it is? Too good to be true. Always stay skeptical, because if you're not, you're going to fall victim of one of these AI Brad Garlinghouse videos where he's talking about giving you an airdrop or doubling your bag. Those people will steal your crypto. Review activity regularly. Keep learning. Always keep learning when you're a crypto investor. But these are the things that you need to know when you get into this space. People are so careless with their crypto holdings, and then when they lose them, right away it's somebody else's fault. Oh, I lost my crypto because some guy was talking to me about moving my crypto from one wallet to another through DMs. It's like, always go to the source. I always tell people, if you want to know something about Decent Wallet or Ledger even or any other wallet, go directly to the source. Don't go on X, put a post up and hoping somebody helps you with it, because that person might be a scammer looking to steal your crypto. And I want to get rich with all of you. You got to keep your crypto safe so we can get rich together. Gold market cap hit $30 trillion for the first time in history. Bitcoin market cap is just $2.1 trillion. You're not bullish enough. I think a lot of the money that's sitting in gold will eventually rotate into crypto. But right now, gold is absolutely crushing it. And Smoke says, if you wanted to know the true reason behind gold's rally, as of July 2025, gold equals money. In case you missed it, as of July 1st, 2025, gold will officially be classified as a Tier 1 high-quality liquid asset under the Basel III banking regulations. That means U.S. banks can count physical gold at 100% of its market value toward their core capital reserves. That's why gold is pumping right now. And you see Russia and China accumulating gold like there's no tomorrow. What's going to happen next? So you see it right there. Russia and China are accumulating a ton of gold, literally. And, you know, people keep saying, we're in a Bitcoin race with Russia and China and every other country. No, we're not. These countries don't care about Bitcoin at all. They're going to put out a currency that is backed by gold. And when that happens, the rest of the world will follow down that same road. They have to do the same thing. Otherwise, the US dollar is going to lose its reserve status. And you're still going to need a bridge currency to move that gold-backed currencies around the world. Say Russia, they have a gold-backed currency. China has a gold-backed currency. India, and so on. Now, Russia wants to send money to China. It's great to have a trust layer in there. That's where XRP would come in. It works as a bridge currency, but also a trust layer. This way, it could go in as Russia's currency into XRP and come out as China's currency. That's what makes XRP so important as we're pushing into a digital world. But people just aren't going to figure that out until it's too late. You all get it because you're XRP investors. Pantera Capital founder Dan Moorhead says, I think crypto is the only inevitable trade I've ever seen. That blockchain will change the world. Take a listen.
So the reason I love this trade and the reason I have so much conviction is I think it's the only inevitable trade I've ever seen. That blockchain will change the world. And it is, they might go through cycles, it might go down 85%, and it's done that 3 times, but it is just inevitable it's going to happen. And that's totally different than every other trade I've done. I was joking with my friend Mike Novogratz that we've been trading 40 years and dollar yen hasn't moved more than 20 points from 120 the whole time. It's never gone anywhere, right? And so those trades are 51.49 or whatever. Like if you're in a trade like that that's going against you, I don't know if you can hold on to it because like it's who knows where it's going. Blockchain will be, I think, like 10x higher in 5 years than it is today. And so when it goes down to 85%, yeah, it's not fun. It's not, you don't feel smart. It's not fun, but it really will. I think it's inevitable that it will do well. And so that's what we try and encourage our investors to hold as long as they can.
And that's why when you invest in crypto, you should never sell your entire bag. Take some profit, sure, there's nothing wrong with that. But you already know that over time, crypto's only going to continue to go up in value. You already see the adoption happening at a very low level. Wait until you get full-blown institutional adoption. Cryptocurrencies like XRP and XLM and XDC, they're going to go absolutely parabolic. Digital trade is still coming. That's why I always tell people, make sure you're holding a decent bag of XLM as well, because you want to be holding it when digital trade starts to go live all around the world. And people always give up on XLM as well. But think about it like this. Sure, Ripple and XRP, it's going to capture a lot of the big bank money. But there's a hell of a lot of money in person-to-person payments also. That's going to bring real value to XLM. And I could go down the list. QNT, it's more scarce than Bitcoin, yet it has a ton of utility. It's going to be the glue in holding the entire new financial system together. Ripple 50 address receives first 10 million EURCV MiCA compliant stablecoins in RLUSD swap on October 14, 2025, after setting a trust on October 6, located at the same Ripple address where 179.5K OUSG is also stored. That's coming from SocGen. That's that stablecoin from back in June that was talked about back then. You're going to see a lot of stablecoins running across the XRP ledger, different stablecoins other than RLUSD. And as that's happening, you're still going to see the value of XRP go up because those stablecoins are also going to be moving all around the world as well. Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen on his experience collaborating with institutions and banks with XRP. I've seen more opportunity to serve banks, work with the banks. We're entirely enterprise focused. Banks are our main customer. Take a listen.
To know what your experience has been like with Ripple, how banks have actually reacted to you, and what kind of pushback you've seen from institutions. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it's a very interesting industry where you have both kind of ultra-libertarians trying to blow up the world's financial system and kill the banks and all that, and that's certainly where it started. But at the same time now, what we're seeing, I've never seen more opportunity to serve the banks, work with the banks. I mean, we're entirely enterprise focused. Banks are our main customer. We have about 100 banks that we work with all around the world. And so I think you can come at this a lot of different ways. I would say, don't mix politics and technology. And so kind of this libertarian streak, applying that to a product offering, I think that's frankly a recipe for failure. And what are we trying to do here? We're trying to impact the world in a positive way. You're going to have greater impact by working with the banks. All the banks in the world now, they know the systems of moving value cross-border are antiquated. It doesn't work in a world where you have apps that work with billions of people instantly. So every bank in the world knows we need to be able to move value like information. I think everybody understands this is the missing link in globalization. We have interoperability in data and shipping goods, but not in money. And that's absolutely key to get right. So you can make a huge impact on the world. You can be incredibly successful by working with the banks and the incumbents. And particularly...
And take notice what Chris Larson just said. The banks know that the system is broken. So they're already looking for an alternative. Everything now is about real-time payments, real-time value transfer all around the world. And you never want to be fighting the banks. The banks are not going away. That's Bitcoin maxi ideology. They always want you to believe that the banks are going to disappear and the only currency left in the world is going to be Bitcoin. And it's totally false. It's the same way that the Bitcoin maxis keep saying that all the central banks in the world are acquiring Bitcoin. They're not. They're acquiring gold. Gold is about to become tokenized, and it's going to be running all around the world in a matter of seconds for less than a penny. Once you get tokenized gold, there's no longer a way to even call Bitcoin digital gold, because that would actually be digital gold. But you don't fight the banks. If you work with the banks, all of a sudden you're in the middle of all of the banks, moving all the banks' money back and forth all day long. And that was always the end game for Ripple. They wanted to make sure that they were at the core of the entire banking system, the Internet of Money. Johnny Deaton says, one question, how much was paid for this rewrite of history? FTX was never insolvent. My prison interview with Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried's story did not end in the courtroom where he was sentenced to prison. It continues in the spreadsheets, balance sheets, and forgotten ledgers that tell a radically different tale. So now all of a sudden they're switching up the narrative on Sam Bankman-Fried. I wonder who's paying for this, because I think Sam Bankman-Fried could have taken down a lot of politicians with him. Even Gary Gensler, he turned a blind eye to what was going on at FTX, but they were absolutely insolvent. And somebody's paying to change this narrative. That is for sure. And I want to see where this goes from here. The good thing is the victims of FTX, they're starting to be made whole. They're starting to get their money back. And a lot of that money, I'm sure, is coming back into crypto. Because most people, once you're a crypto investor, it becomes an addiction. All of a sudden, once a crypto investor, always a crypto investor. And once you start seeing your portfolio go up in value, you're going to want to be buying more and more crypto along the way. Wait till you start getting passive income. And you could add to that passive income every single month by just buying more crypto. I'm telling you, people are going to be building empires in the future off of their crypto holdings. It is going to be an absolutely incredible time to be in this space. But until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.